Yo, 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 welcome to the Wild That's Crazy podcast. Welcome back, people.
Hey guys, happy day. What's going on?
Hope you guys doing fine. All my college football guys, I know y'all getting ready for the game. We recording live rated this time, so I hope everybody enjoyed the game. Can't wait to check it out.
I know nothing about
Yeah, it's
sports,
college football.
but I do know that
Michigan State.
yes, I know,
Yeah.
I know my baby. He was like, oh, he watching the game today. Nothing is going to interfere with him watching that game
Who he
today.
going for?
Michigan State.
Okay, I'm a
Yeah,
Michigan guy.
yeah, he's a Michigan State.
Yeah, I like Michigan.
Yeah. I'm a Wayne Stater, but he's
Yeah, I
Michigan
know.
State.
I
So in
know
our
you are.
household, it would be Michigan State. I'm not into sports, but I'm rolling with him. So if he rolling with Michigan State, I'm rolling with it. You know what I mean?
We all
So
both
yeah.
gonna lose today.
Okay, well,
So.
okay.
No, what's going on?
Now, what's going on with you?
Oh man.
Everything is everything.
Yeah.
But they say everything copacetic. No complaints today. Busy as always, but I'm here. I'm breathing. I'm alive. I'm happy. I'm in a good space. So what am I to complain about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. Working
Mhm.
and just count my blessings.
Whew,
Like a lot of I've
blessings.
been lately going real hard on myself, which I like to challenge myself, but I was going real hard on myself and I had to take a step back. Like, look, you taking all the proper steps, you going forward, you doing everything you need to do. Just relax and just chill. You got it. You're doing a great job.
And
Sometimes we got to do
yeah,
that as perfectionists.
yeah. You are always gonna be your biggest cheerleader because I always say you're born with you. You're stuck with you. You're gonna leave this earth with you. Your soul will transcend on with you.
Hmm.
So spend time with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I check myself.
Hmm.
I
Oh, I
praise
definitely do.
myself
I
because
be at the
ain't
woosah.
nobody. Ooh, I have to tell me like, girl, please. I
Man, I
tell
be at the
myself when to
woosah.
stop and when to go.
For real.
Yeah, and praise yourself. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? Then you
Hmm.
know when you need to just take a moment and just,
Yeah.
yeah. So salute to yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good. It's nothing. It's self. I'm an advocate of self care and
Hmm.
self love. So anything that you can put into you, that's gonna be the most important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's dope. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and we got to do that because a lot of us get so busy with
Mm-hmm.
work and life and kids and school and
Tell me about
everything.
it.
And it's just like you just got to take a step back. Because I know I be going hard, man. Like,
Yes.
I be going hard.
I'm a mental person, so I carry a lot on my mental. So that's why I always say I have to have a balance and I have to be able to be left alone
Yeah,
because I carry a lot of mental loading. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So my mind, I don't have
I
time to
know I
just,
do.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I am. I'm an Aquarius, so we are very, very, that mental aspect of
Yeah,
us, it's a
yeah, for
strong,
real.
but it's also, it can kind of tear you down if you let it because we're always thinking. It's like my thinking is never turned off. You
I
know what I
swear
mean?
that's the Virgos
Yes,
too. That's the
yes.
Virgos.
So yes.
And that be my thing. Like,
Hmm.
you just got to just take a breath. Like,
Yeah.
I be have to tell myself, just relax. Just
Yeah.
let it
Yeah.
flow. Let it play out. Just
Yeah.
let it play out.
Yeah, you got to tell yourself like I have to tell myself like, girl, it's gonna be all right. I'm always thinking of a better way to do what I'm doing good. How can I do it better? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I have to tell myself like, girl, you got it. You have aced this task. Let it be. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So it's like, yeah, it's what it is. But other than that, what's like, how you feeling? It's Saturday.
It's weird. Like it's
Yeah.
weird. This time is weird,
Hmm.
but
It's the feel good time of day for me. Like this time of the morning, right between morning and transitioning to afternoon,
yeah,
it feels like a good,
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah. I'm
good.
all thrown off. Like in my mind, it's like get ready for work. It's exercise,
Yeah,
exercise. Get ready for work, and just
yeah.
start my day.
That's your daily, that's your activity and that's what you do
Hmm.
daily. So it's a part of you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's natural for you to be like on this
yeah.
program
And
to
it's a
do this.
breath of
Yeah.
fresh air. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'm that structured person, so it's like
Hmm.
do this, do that, and be straight. But this week I crashed a couple of times.
You be
Like
like, got some
man,
rest? Yeah.
hell yeah. Like that one day I slept longer than I ever slept.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
probably
but
needed
my
it.
body needed
Yeah.
it,
Your
and
body
I
will let you
listened to
know.
my body. Yeah,
You better listen to it. I'm
yeah,
telling you, because let me tell you, the doctors can tell you, but your body is going to tell you
man, my
if
shit
you
tell me
listen.
fast.
Yes.
Like I don't
Yeah.
get headaches,
Yeah.
so if I get a headache, it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
I either need to sleep or I need to
Hmm.
eat.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I never get headaches. So
Yeah.
I know it's either one of those, two of those things.
Yeah, I'm very, 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 very strong on listening to my body. If it's something ain't right, I'm like, I am that patient. My doctor, I go about everything.
Then I'm so
Yes.
scared to catch a cold right now or anything.
It's that time of this year though. It's like
Yeah,
it's
this,
yeah,
yeah,
it's germy. That's why you got to. I've always been to sanitize, clean,
yeah, me
make sure
too.
I'm clean. So
Yeah,
the pandemic made me go harder.
yeah,
But
me
I've
too.
always been to spray the Lysol, wiping down. Like that's just me because I don't like nasty, just filth and germs. I mean, we're surrounded by germs, but I
Yeah.
try to clean what I can within my reach. You know what I mean? But yeah. So
So today,
today.
I want to have a different discussion, and I wanted to basically actually show people something from a different perspective.
All right.
Just talk about a couple of things that men and women, go through when they doing certain things. And you could be talking from the lady's perspective. I could talk from the guy's perspective. And I'm on my end. I'm gonna tell you when it's the boys versus the men.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And I can do the same. I can tell you because I've been that girl, but I am a grown ass woman now,
yeah,
so I love it. I
yeah.
can.
Then I
Yes, I
like
love
that.
it.
We had phases, so
Yeah.
we
Oh.
didn't been
Yeah.
through every phase.
And
So
sometimes you go through those phases, you don't even know you in it until you look back. Like I really was.
man, I swear
Yeah.
you do.
I swear. Yeah.
And looking back, like I
yeah.
used to hear like older people say that, but it's
Mhm.
like now I find myself doing it on certain
Mhm.
things, and
Yes.
it's just like, dang, I see what they was talking about.
Mhm.
It's always funny when you can recall somebody told you in your childhood, like an adult
Mhm.
or a grandparent or mother or father, and it's just like, damn, I'm going through that. But it makes me feel good because we getting older and we can experience those things.
Yeah.
It's like what we always wanted.
And I'm the preacher of like I preach to my sister, my brothers. I preach to my hairstylist younger than me. I preach to Taylor. She younger than me. I just like
Yeah.
telling like I want the younger generation to like take a different approach about things. That I wish I had someone that came before me
Yeah.
would have said, "Hey,
Yeah.
sis."
I don't think we didn't have that many
Yes.
people speaking up like
My
that.
mom, but she
We didn't
couldn't
have a
do
lot.
everything. You know what I mean? She
Mhm.
already had the load, like it was on her. You know what I mean? My
Mhm.
stepdad, he taught me how to always make sure look out for my car. Like that's why my car ain't no car breaking down on me, and I don't know
Yeah.
about it. Cause
That's
he
what's up.
taught me like your
That's a great
tires, your
thing.
this, you make sure your car ain't leaking. When you need this, make sure your oil change. So those aspects I got them from them, but it's
Mhm.
like I didn't have a older sister. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody
Yeah.
like I talk to my sister like don't make. I talk to my brother don't make.
Yeah.
Like I wish I had that. So I
I was
just
the oldest
yeah
kid too. And when you the
yes
oldest kid, it's just like
you
you showing them.
like
But it's like
please.
I'm trying to learn
So
too. I'm trying to
yeah,
see.
I be telling them let me preach now. This free preaching here. You ain't got to pay
Man, you
and
better
you ain't
take that
ain't no
game.
collection plate and nothing. You just sit
Yeah.
here get this knowledge
Yeah,
from
you
me
better
and
take this game.
let it seep in.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
better take
So
this game. But so the first thing we gonna do is talk about the first date.
like
Like I want to hear every detail of what a woman go through, and I'll tell you what a man go through.
are we talking about the girl or the woman? Like it's different
You gonna
types.
do both?
Well, the first date, like when I was a girl, it was hard to get a first date with me because, well, I'll say this. So I really don't have first and foremost, I don't have a lot of experience with dating
Hmm.
because I've never been in like dater. Like I've always been more of a, if I like you, we together, let's make it work.
Hold on. You say you never been a
I
dater?
was in a relationship from like when I was 18 up until I was 28 years old. So that was my 20s, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Then I broke up and then I dated and then I was dating, you know what I'm saying? But it's like
Okay, I get it.
I
So
was
basically, like the
yeah.
guys you kind of kicked it with, you kind of had somewhat close to a relationship.
I was in a relationship all of my girl years. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So when I got towards my 30s and I became single, I was like throughout there. Like I really was like I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I had to literally catch on to the games that were being played and had to play them too.
Yeah,
Like it was a
28. Hell yeah, you have to.
I had so much game ran on me and I start collecting the data like cuz it's like that's what you do when you date. And it's like you going to run
Yeah.
this game on me, I'm going to let it. I got you so I'm going to use this with my next person I date or
See,
whatever.
but that's
Yeah.
smart as hell. Because
Yeah.
it's like when you paying, and that goes for guys too. Like when
Mhm.
you paying attention to the so-called L's or lessons you learn, it's like, Okay, shit. I see what's
Yeah.
going on.
So that's why I said I've had my toxic phase. Like my toxic was I'm sending those cryptic text messages to you, going off on you. Then I'm back trying, like it was so like, cause I didn't know what I was doing. Like I literally was in a relationship with
Yeah.
somebody that I was with for so long.
So
I
you
had to
had to
learn how to
learn
be single.
everything.
Yes, but I was going out, hanging out. Literally, this is how like when me and my ex broke up, it was me and Spike, and then I couldn't even date with Spike because I had to go back home and check on him. So that's how I ended up giving him to like my family. Like I can't even. I need to be free when I'm single.
Yeah.
So I was dating, just having partying, having a good time, but then you get burnt out with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I was dating someone, but we was just dating. We wasn't exclusive, and I don't know what it was. It wasn't all bad, but it was kind of toxic. It was what I would say toxic because it was so much time invested that it led to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I went through that because that made me see what I wanted in a man and what I didn't want. And then that's when I am now to where I am now, where I'm a grown ass woman and I'm like ready to be a wife, a mother.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the process, but it was a long ass road. You feel me? Like dating for me, I was throughout there. Like I didn't know what the hell was like to expect.
So what else? What else did you? What's some other things you did?
Like I would be very like I'll go on a date. I didn't like the guy. I would just be like annoyed and
So
irritated.
you went out with somebody you ain't want to. You ain't
Like
like.
I liked him, but when we got to, I mean, you have to go on a date to see if you like somebody's conversation.
Yeah.
Then they be selling you the dreams, and I ain't never been one to buy the dreams. Even when I was played, you only gonna play me if I allow you to. So you really ain't playing me because I'm going along with the play. You get what I'm saying?
So what's your reaction when somebody says some crazy shit?
I just go with the flow because I already know in the back of my mind it's some bull. Yeah, I've never been one to let you know I know you BSing me.
Yeah.
I just take that for what it is and I apply it where it needs to be applied. So, but it's like getting that whole dating, I gotta meet you, get to know you phase. That was exhausting. You know what I'm saying? Then you had to decipher like what type of guys he was. Like, was he really trying to date you or just hook up with you? Because you had a lot of those. You had the cheapies.
The cheapy.
Yes. And I say cheapy, like don't invite me on a date and you can't afford it. Like don't do it. It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
What's afforded?
Afforded mean like if we're going to Fridays and you can't afford it, don't take me. You know what the menu is. You know what it is. Like guys would take you out and try to date you when they really can't afford it. And that's my thing. Like I always tell my brothers, if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Hold on. So it's some guys that.
Yes, because they really want to get at you. Like I'm telling you, like men may not talk about it, but they do some real corny stuff behind the scenes with dating that they may never let their bros know. Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
So
And then they'll say that I'm being bougie or whatever. I think I'm all that because I'm acting in a way. It's like you can't penny pinch. Don't penny pinch me on a date. Because I've never been that chick that, oh, you got to take me to this expensive restaurant. I'm not like, that's one thing about me. I like nice things, but I'm not just like, oh, you got to take me here, there, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have a good time and be safe.
Yeah.
And have good food because I love food. And a good drink and a good vibe. But I ain't saying you got to take me to the most expensive restaurant. But damn, I mean, don't take me and then be trying to penny pinch.
That's some wild shit.
Like,
that's
that's
on a date
yeah.
and can't. I mean,
it happened. It has happened. So that's one thing. And then a guy that just know he gonna get some or get with you. Like, sir, you not getting none. Like, stop it. I don't care how you finesse or what you say. Like, that's corny to me. Like, stop expecting like you just gonna get. Like, sir, I don't care how appetizing I'm looking, how good I'm looking. If I'm looking so good, as a man, you should be able to control yourself instead of just thinking you gonna get some. Like, that's annoying because that's childish to me. You know what I mean?
So what age did you feel that way about?
Men have always been like that. I mean, it ain't no age to that. You know, men are just like.
No, I'm saying
savages.
You learned that like after 28.
No, I've experienced like when I was in a relationship, men liked me and tried to get with me, but I was like, when I'm in a relationship. But when I started dating, like men hit you with it. Like they be want to date you because they like what they see. A man ain't trying to date you because he think you're intelligent or you're just the smartest. You're a homemaker. You're gonna be the best wife, the best mother. He looking at that package or whatever he see physically, aesthetically pleasing to his eye, and then he's going to learn the rest along the way. And that's just real. Like, ain't no man approaching a woman because he think she gonna be the best mother, the best wife. She's very religious. She's spiritual. They so connected. God has sent her for him.
I mean, I think it's rare, but I think it happens.
If you're at Target and you're getting your
You
men
don't think it's
products,
no
and a
percentage of
woman walks
guys?
by and she's looking aesthetically pleasing to you, you're not gonna look at her and be like, "Oh, she's gonna be the best wife to me." You're gonna look at her like,
No,
"Damn,
some guys do though.
okay,
Yeah,
okay."
I'm not saying it ain't
You don't
rare.
know her. How do you know that though? Just by her browsing on by. You know she gonna be a homemaker.
Well,
You know all
you
that.
talking about just looking.
Yes, and I say all
Okay.
that to say, whenever a guy has approached me, he's approached me because now if he's heard about me and somebody knows
Yeah,
me and they
that's what
tell
I'm
him,
talking
but
about. Of
that's
course,
very
if
rare.
you
We're
a
just saying
stranger.
just a
Oh yeah,
random
yeah,
a
yeah,
random
yeah. If
stranger.
you a stranger, yeah,
He has a man will try to approach a woman because he likes what he sees.
yeah. You
Yes,
going on physical?
exactly.
Yeah.
But some men don't know how to control it. They ruin the day or ruin everything because they be so pressed to get some. It's like, sir, pipe down, pipe it down.
What's
It's
press?
press mean you like too extra with it. Like you trying to be too suave. Like I don't like no suave. All that. Like I'm the female. Let me be the finesse. You don't need to finesse me. I'm the woman. I finesse. Men, I don't know why men try to finesse. That's not a man's job to finesse. Cause it ain't happening with a real woman. We're born finessers.
Hmm.
You think you can finesse?
I think it's
Y'all
guys
run
that can.
game, but
Yeah, it's guys that can. Like I
for
said, it's rare.
yeah, I ain't never been finessed. Never.
Well,
Mm-mm.
you saying it like finesse in a bad way?
No, like men be trying to finesse their way into your undergarment.
You just talking about basically all together.
I said into the undergarments. Like there are times a guy will go out on a date with a woman and think she just gone bust down. If I gotta just bust it down, you know bust it down mean, right? Get it popping. However you want to
You
call
said,
it.
do I know it? But
I'm saying that's how the youngest,
yeah,
you know, they know bust down, whatever. It's like that's what happens. But what about you? Like, what you think should happen on the first date? What do you
man, we
expect?
just went on a whole nother tangent.
No,
But
but I'm just saying. I've told you like what I've experienced. Like for me, I was in a relationship from most of my 20s. Basically,
mhm,
when I started dating, I've dated guy. I've been on dates. I've dated different type of guys, different walks of life. Haven't
yeah,
done any excessive dating, but I went on dates.
yeah. But no, I
Some
meant
good, some
like,
bad,
I mean,
some
I
indifferent. Just it's a weird experience
yeah,
because you really sometimes don't even know who the person you dating. Like it's
yeah,
weird. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, but I meant like yo. Well, that's your preparation.
I
That's
did.
every way
I
you
told you
look
I
at it.
don't really have a lot of experience with
Yeah, and then
dating.
you said you really didn't have no time, so
I got through to the wolves. I wasn't prepared. Like I thought I
say
was
after
about
a
to
couple of days, you just was
listen
like, I get it,
because
I'm
I thought
good.
I was about to just be single, date, and living my life. I'm like, the dating pool was crazy. It was like I don't know. I guess I set my expectation about the single life was about to rock. It did
Hmm.
because it was peaceful, but it has its ups and downs. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact. And then after a while, you just get tired of it.
Yes, I don't want to go on here about nobody get to know nobody phase. That is exhausting because you ain't really getting to know them. You get to know their representative.
Yeah,
How you get to know a person is you see them go through different channels of different things, and you watch. Like I go off of actions and observing. You know what I'm saying?
hmm.
So a person can tell you anything you want to hear, but you're gonna see eventually what you need to see. So
I
that
mean,
whole
I think that's what it is. I
yeah.
mean, you gonna see from effort, you gonna see from memory, you gonna see certain things. But no, like for a guy, like I mean, well, I was really like preparation far as a guy. Just when we get ready to go on dates, of course we gotta ask you. We gotta go through that process of ask you. And for some guys, that's not the easiest process.
Why though? Do y'all be intimidated? Is it like a woman intimidates you? You think she gonna say no, or what is
Yeah,
it?
like it's a lot behind
Cause
that. Like for one, you
your
gotta
pride gonna get let down.
for one, you don't want to get rejected. That's for
Yeah.
one.
I'm
For
glad you
two,
said that because a lot of men act like they don't get upset when they get rejected from women. Like, and
no, it's
they,
a lot of guys that
yeah,
don't. It's a lot of guys that don't.
they
But I
don't
think
get
at a certain,
upset.
no, I mean they don't. I mean it's a lot of guys that. How can I put it?
Cause I
Yes,
feel like that's the worst thing you can do to a man
no,
is
you
like
don't
hurt
like
his ego.
rejection. Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
that's like the worst
Y'all
thing.
turn into a whole. I don't care how good
But
of a
you
man you
just
got. That ego is
you learn how to
touched.
deal with it, and a lot of us don't learn how to
Yes,
deal with it fast. Like we lose it, and
that
it's
may
just
be that.
like your insecurities come in.
Mm-hmm.
You upset because you've been embarrassed, and it's how a woman handle it.
But how is it embarrassing if you ask a woman out behind the scenes, nobody know, and just you and her? Like, that's embarrassing. That hurts your ego.
I
Like,
mean,
as a
it hurts
man.
some guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurts some guys. Like I said, it's a lot of guys that it don't bother. Like they just like, oh well, on to the next.
Okay. So tell us about you. Like, so on the first day, is you spending it? Like, is you laying it out? Is you taking it to the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
top
Like
restaurant?
I
What you
I
doing?
base it on a
What you do?
person. Like
Okay.
like I go off a couple of conversations.
Mhm.
I go off things like basically things we talk about, things
Mhm.
we discuss, things we go out and see. And I've always been that kind of guy that's like, oh, I wouldn't mind doing that. Would you like to do something like that?
Mhm.
So I feel like when you doing that, like the first thing we looking at is being creative.
Mhm.
Every woman, that y'all done been on 1,000 dates. So
Not
how
a
can I make?
thousand.
I mean, a lot of women date.
When I say like, I don't, not 1,000 though.
No, but women date. But the thing is, we gotta understand y'all. We gotta kind of figure out we gotta be creative. We gotta
Yeah.
make it dope. I mean, it's a lot of guys who don't care, but it's a lot of us, a lot of
Yeah.
guys who do care.
So, question: do
Yeah.
you date according to this? Like, do you rate women? Do you believe in that whole rating
Yeah,
a
I mean, I
woman?
look at it like you placing them in places. Like
Oh, places and
it's
places
yeah,
now.
yeah. Let me break it
Explain.
down.
Break it
Let me break it
down.
down.
Places
But
and places. Okay.
no, but it's
Teach
like
me.
you got the women that's fun.
Mhm.
That's you hang out with. She got a dope personality. She cool. She funny. You got the one that's a freak, and you could be in that mood where you like she get it popping. I'm cool with her. We do that. We have fun.
Mhm.
Then you got the one you got wifey. You got the one that you see and you like, man, I can see myself with her. Like
Mhm.
I F with her. Like I ain't gonna do nothing dirty to her. I'm gonna try my best not to do nothing dirty to her. And then you got somebody that's like all around. Like you got that person that kind of a combination of everything.
Mhm.
So it's like it's up to you to kind of like figure out where do you place, where do she
Mhm.
place, because every woman gonna fall into them boxes.
Okay.
So it's like basically once you figure that out and you just pay attention to stuff she talk about, things y'all might see on TV, restaurants y'all saw on the gram or something like that, and you just with that person you do the thing that you gonna have the most fun with.
Do you fly her out? Is that the fly out? That's the fly out chick. You take her out. You splurge on her. You treat her. You take her.
Yeah,
Think.
if she like wifey and that one
Okay.
that's like dope as hell, you gonna do
Mhm.
stuff you ain't never
Never did.
did. Yeah.
Because I used to be like, okay, I used to think that if they meet the mom, because everybody meet the mom or the auntie. They're like, this
And that's another
ladies,
thing.
ladies.
We don't do that. Real
If
guys don't
I
do that.
ladies, I'm talking to you guys. Like, do you feel like when you meet someone's parents that you're like the one? Because I feel like people will let men will let
Yes, they
anybody
feel
meet
that
their
way.
mom. Like, ladies.
Yeah.
Because literally, I feel like everybody just now it's the
That's
mama.
one thing I just didn't do, man. Like
Yeah,
I got a couple of friends that never did that shit, but I know
yeah.
a lot of people who have, and it's just like, oh yeah, mom, this man, you remember her, and it's like you gotta have something as a man. Like to me, I wouldn't feel
Some
that
sacred.
comfortable bringing,
Mm,
somebody around. Like this is supposed to be special. Like if you meeting her or them, like when you meet my sisters and my mothers
mm,
and like I take pride of bringing a certain
mm.
person around them. Like they meet wifey, they meet somebody that's close to that
Well, let me
level.
tell you, I didn't have. Listen, they want me to meet them. I'm like, this is a first day, sir. Why
Grandma,
in the
grandma,
hell would I want to meet your
grandma,
mama? First of all, I don't even know if I want to meet you again, let alone your mama.
grandma.
Okay, I don't want to meet no mama.
Yeah,
No, leave your mama for your woman. I'm
still
not
with
your
that.
woman. Like, it used to be so weird, like, or you'll be out on a day, like, oh yeah, that's why I believed in meeting up, because you're not about to take me nowhere. Oh, I'm gonna stop by my mama. Why you need to stop by your mama? And no, I don't need to go in, run in and get what you gotta get, come back on out, sir.
That's
Take me, let's
why
get to getting it. Like, it's, and you know
you
why?
ain't gonna say
Because
hi to my mama.
men are shallow in the sense where they want to always take a woman that's attractive because it makes them look good. It puts some stamps on that
It's an
ego.
ego thing.
It's an ego thing, but it's
Yeah.
like, no, and I'm the petty when they be like, I'll be here, I'll stay, I'll wait, bye. Yep. Or you make piss me off, take me home now. Because when I get pissed and you playing with me, That's why I,
You ever,
yes,
you ever had to tell a guy that?
silently. Let me have a talk with you. So I'm not gonna ever embarrass out in public because
Okay.
I've learned. I listen. My toxic has been out in public and went off. You hear me? Off, and I had to check myself, and I checked myself 1,000 times. Like, don't
You
you
was a
ever?
firecracker,
No,
man.
I went off, but it wasn't my go off. Is not like tearing up, but you gonna hear me. Like I'm gonna start off real low. It gets it gets there because
So
it
you
ain't
gonna get to that level.
yeah, and I've done that, and I'm like I don't ever want to be that chick. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I'll please like let's have a conversation. I like to go home, and I'm asking you to take me home because if you decline to take me home, then you pissing me off. So what I've learned, if we ain't together or we ain't on the dating level, we done been out on about at least about 5 dates. I'm just like, I would well, this is in past tense when I was dating. I would meet you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting stuck with you, and I don't want to go see your mom. I don't want to see your uncle, your auntie. Why I gotta meet these people on the second date? Where we going
So
with
you gotta
this?
come in.
You gotta pick something up from your mama at 11 o'clock at night, sir,
Yeah.
and then I'm not no woman you about to take to meet your mom at 11 p.m. Like the foolery that went into dating, it was buffoolery. Like it was
You gotta give me
crazy.
some more story. You gotta give
No,
me some
no,
story.
it's like we can go on and on. That's why I said I don't have a lot of dating experience, but when I did, it was like, what? Like, who deals with this all their life?
Yeah. Well, I mean, women go through some stuff.
So what about you? What do these women do? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
men,
So
y'all have to do a lot to impress.
yeah. So basically, once you figure out who it is, like the
Hmm.
person, you basically just, you show them a good time. You
What's a
give
good
them
time?
exactly what they wanted. Like if you the fun girl that like going to basketball games or whatever, we do that, and you fun doing
Okay.
that. If you somebody that I love, going out having a deep conversation or a conversation up with, then
Hmm.
you do that. And then if you got the person who just,
The
bar
bar.
hop or do
Hmm.
whatever
You
party,
expect a little fun after the bar hopping,
yeah,
right? That's the one you about to bust down with, right?
yeah, we naturally going for that one. Yeah, you typically go for the one.
I would hate to
Like
be.
like you
No.
going for the one, you going look, it's a
So
combination of
that
this.
mean, hold on, you men really have you have the fun, you
Yeah.
have the cool one, then you have the bust down one, then you have the one that you taking. That's gonna be the
Yeah.
one that's probably gonna be the family girl, the one you take for
Yes.
holidays.
Yeah. Like she the one you
Mm-mm-mm.
might be with. Yeah.
Might be with, and then sometimes I don't even be with her because you burn her out on so much toxicness, and then she just be out on you.
Yeah.
Cause that's how it works
A
typically.
lot of them stick
I
around.
always tell women, girl, if he give you the green light, go. Get out of toxic. Like, don't look back.
Say get out of
Listen,
toxic.
the best
What's the green like?
you feeling in your soul, in your spirit. God gives it to you like, sis,
So
get
he
out of
tap you on
Dodge.
it.
He taps you. He said he tapped me like, girl. It was like I woke up in a whole different space. And I was like, I heard it, I
So it was
felt
like
it.
the snap of
And didn't look back. I'm trying to tell you, and I tell him that's for men too. Like
yeah.
I'm on both sides. I'm all for right for whether it's a man or a woman. When you get out of the toxic, the key thing is to do not let it back in. Because
Yeah.
it be at your door. It be creeping. You
Say
hear
the
me?
toxic be
It
right
is
there.
so hard to get rid of toxic people. Oh my God, they
Yeah.
find ways. You run into them at the corner store that you never seen them at before. They always in the area. It's just like weird shit. It's like what? But when
Say,
and that's so crazy. And I always say
that's
that people
crazy.
don't appreciate you until you're gone. And it's so sad because in certain relationships, even in friendships, it always is a person that's giving more.
Yeah, I
If
agree with
the
that.
relationship is meant, then the other person will see that they need to put in more. And if they don't, they always tend to be the one running after the good one when they gone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's so weird. And then to be the good one trying to run, you want them to leave you the hell alone. Like, please, can I pay you? Can you stop? Let me go. I hate that. And that's the process of dating that I didn't like because it's
I ain't
like,
do that crazy shit. I don't
you
play that
have
crazy
to,
shit.
like, once a person tell you
Yeah.
they don't want to be bothered, be with you, why do people try to hold on to that? I would want to pack, even if I'm going to cry later, you ain't going to know about it. Because that's the worst thing to. I've never had somebody tell me they didn't want to be with me, but I can't imagine how that feel in me, and I'm still trying to make it work. Like no,
Yeah.
like you gotta know when it's time for you to move on because
Yeah.
you don't want to get crushed and hurt that bad where you start to hate somebody, and people tend to hate you because you don't want to be with them.
Man, that typically happens
Yeah,
in
ain't that
relationships.
weird though?
It's like we push it all the way to the
Yeah,
point where somebody end up hating each other. One of us gonna hate each other, and
yeah,
it's unfortunate because it shouldn't be that. Like
yeah.
I've never looked at it like like, oh, I hate this person. I never talk to this person again. I just look at it like it just
Mhm.
didn't work out.
Mhm.
We can still be straight. Like,
Yeah.
we could be cordial. We could be
Mhm.
cool. But, it's just some
That's the
stuff
one
just don't
thing
work out.
I can say about my relationship with my ex. When he know what he did, oh, he lied about it. He tried to find every reason to justify that it was not
You got to
him.
fight for
I
what you
caught him
want.
red-handed. I'm like, sir, so you gonna sit here and tell me that these eyes, and at that time it was 20/20 vision without glasses. So you gonna try to tell me I didn't hear nor see what I seen and what I
No,
saw?
you ain't see
Okay, so
that.
the reason why he eventually accepted it, and we cool. Like he ain't calling me. He ain't said we ain't hanging out, but he cool. He probably he finally understood what I. And we
Mhm.
ain't had no beef. I don't have nothing bad to say about him as a person, other than I would never date
No, yeah,
ever.
that's great.
But as a
Yeah.
person, he's a good person. But it's like some people. It's very few relationships that can break up and go on about their business and don't talk
Hmm.
bad on each other because you both realize what y'all did. Because I was toxic too in my 20s. I probably
I'm
gave him
sure you.
reasons.
I'm sure you were.
I was very toxic.
Everybody went through
Sir,
it. A lot of people went through
I
phases.
probably gave that man so much hell. He probably was like, look, listen. Because in my 20s, I was a firecracker. Man.
I remember you
But
being.
yeah, like I will let you have it. You want it? I had it for you. I had it and some. But
Every
I grew
time I saw
up.
you, you was cussing somebody out.
Listen, so when we broke
That's
up, it was like a clean. Like we had our little speakers, but he gave me his piece of his man. You know how me and guy, you ain't gonna never find nobody like me. I'm like, I don't want you, so I hope I never find nobody like you. The whole process of breaking up, it was just crazy. But I don't have anything bad to say about him because he ain't got nothing to say bad to say about me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we moved on, but it's like it's very, very, very rare to have a breakup, and it's like that.
Yeah.
I be seeing and hearing about some of the most toxic stuff. I don't know what y'all men be doing to women. Cause I ain't like, listen, I love my fiance. I love him, like I said. But I'm not about to be out here acting crazy like I see people acting.
Say no crazy for you.
I am too old. I'm tired. I want to take a nap. I want to go to sleep. I don't have the energy.
So
Okay?
you're on your auntie shit.
Literally, I want to be mama. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep the little bit of energy I got for my baby that I want to have. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I literally I don't have it in me. Like, and plus I always say crazy don't get the man or woman. So
Yeah.
that makes people run. But women be
Yeah.
on it, and men too.
Yeah.
Y'all do creep stuff, creepy stuff. Like women, they just blatantly out with their crazy. Men, they follow, sit back with binoculars, trying to see it. Like
That's some wild
yes.
shit.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
some wild
Ladies, it's an ex that probably has been watching you from afar,
shit.
seeing what you got. Like,
Binoculars.
yes. Like, yes. I'm not going hard on nobody, but men do stuff like that. Y'all don't just, you got some men that may pop up and act the fool, but mostly that's for women. Women act the fool. They show their asses. But
Mm-hmm.
men, they sit back in that car or send their homeboy on a run to ride by our house. They do, oh, y'all do drive-bys too. Yes. Yeah, they.
That's some wild shit.
Yes.
I've done one before.
Yes. So admit to it.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Once.
But you've done it.
True.
Took that long drive from east, west, south, north, however
No,
far
it
it
wasn't no long
was.
drive.
Because
It was
listen,
short.
listen, took that drive, creep
No, it
down the
was
street,
short.
turn the lights off.
So-
Y'all sit back
Look,
in the
I
car.
sure was in the car outside in the dark. Like,
Women, we just zoom on back, creep back. Me and
then
y'all turn
be
the car off.
petty. Niggas be calling y'all don't answer the phone.
Nope.
That
It's
motherfucker go straight to voicemail.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just dating for me was fun, but it
That shit don't supposed to be repeated though.
it's repeat offenders and it's no
that
limit
shit-
soldiers.
That
Is what I
shit,
call
that's
them.
one of them. You do some shit and you learn from that shit and you don't do it again. But it's a lot of us that never grow out of that phase. 40, 50 years old, acting
Still
up.
out here trying to be a player. Like you old. Ma'am, sorry, sit down. Like you gotta know when like
It's a lot of single older people now. It seems like
it's more single older people.
it's a lot now.
It's crazy.
Like it's crazy coming from where we came from and seeing
Yep.
versus now.
It's crazy. It seemed like that's the trend. Like, hey, I'm 65 and I'm ready to date. Like, who ma'am? I'm a woman.
What is that conversation like?
I don't want to be in it.
No, but what like what are we talking about? Like
To-
you talking about like
I don't
that's
like
a
when
crazy conversation now. though.
Now, in certain
gotta be.
well, in certain circumstances, like if you're a widow, widower, and your
Yeah,
spouse has
yeah,
passed,
you
and
can't
y'all,
control that.
but that's very rare that you're gonna meet two people that spouses and passed, and they come together later
Yeah.
in life. Like That's what they sell in the movies and the stories. It ain't reality all the
Say
time.
that ain't real.
It's not like because you people like you gotta like I'm all about manifesting, but you gotta be realistic. Come on now, manifestation is nothing without actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that
I
whole
agree with that.
like I manifest my life, but damn, better believe I
Yeah,
put
you
that
gotta
work
have the
in.
actions behind it though.
Yes, I put that work
Yeah,
in, and putting work in is like with yourself and your area around you and your
yeah,
perimeter. But
yeah.
back to the 65, but it's like that can happen. But if you just like, I'm gonna divorce my husband of 40 years
Mm-hmm.
so I can go out here and be single, who dating you? Hmm?
Yeah, yeah.
Who
Cause
gonna
the
wanna be with
pickings
you?
is slim as
Man,
hell.
you 65. I don't know what if you still getting up. Women, I don't know
Old
if it's
lady's gonna
still
kill
whopping
us.
or whatever. It's I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I
Yeah,
really don't. But
that's a wild conversation.
what y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because you're still human. You still have desires, needs, and wants. It have to be your needs to be
I would
fulfilled.
hope that y'all be 100% honest with each other. Say what you
But
want.
I'm saying, well,
At
like,
that age, shouldn't you be able to say that?
yeah, but at 65, I would be just like probably. Honestly, if I was a woman and I wouldn't be out here trying to, I would just be living my life.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
wait for a
enjoying life.
husband.
No, probably not that. No, because if I've been with a man for 40 years, I want to be free. If something was to happen and we didn't get together,
So you look at it like
yeah.
65 after that, it's just,
Why would I go
I
remarry?
tried, I did what I
Why would I
did.
remarry? Who's gonna want to marry me at 65? All these women out here in the world with perky everything, and I'm sitting here at 65. I look good. Yes, I'm aging very well, but
Yeah.
I ain't 65. I don't know what I'm gonna look at 65.
Yeah.
And a man, I'm sorry, men be that them
Do
bodies
not
be
look like
yeah.
that.
But I'm just saying it go both
Yeah.
ways. I'm not just saying it's men and women. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like who finna just pick me?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I was thinking about
Yeah.
that the other day. Like I was
Mhm.
just thinking about it, just
Yeah.
because I see, like you see them on social media, like you see
See
people,
who?
and it's
Older
just like,
people
yeah, and it's
trying to
just
be
like,
young.
yeah, but it's just like,
Mhm.
damn, what did that, like that shit just happen? It seemed like it just happened overnight. Like
Well, that's because
we
that's
was
what go back
just seeing
wasting time.
grandma and grandpa together, and it's like, shit,
Hmm
ain't none of that no
You
more.
think you're gonna be young forever, and think you got to think if you're when you're aging and someone coming up after you, it's always a younger or more. Times are
That gotta
changing.
suck.
Yeah, and it's so
Being
much
that age, and
plentiful
then like you
options out
said, you
here.
seeing these Instagram girls, and
Where everything look
that,
good and polished and filtered, and
yeah,
the reality, and everybody bodies look the same. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like me, I'm all about the natural. Like I like my natural curves. Like listen, if I had these curves in my 20s, I probably wouldn't know what to do because it's grown womanness. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it's authentic. That feel good. But I also understand that that will not be forever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I have to eat a certain way, have to do my exercise and do all of that to keep this body intact. So at 65, I'm not about to do that.
Yeah.
Exercising is going to be to stay alive and healthy, not to look good so I can get a new date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So
I would just be,
65, you
yeah,
just
like I feel like I would just be living and traveling and just doing whatever makes me happy, whether
yeah.
whatever that is, not going out here dating, but some
No, I
people
get
are,
it.
But it just depends. I don't know. But the dating world, I don't know. I'm glad I had my time with it. I don't want to go
Yeah,
back there. Like it was exhausting.
I can believe it.
Man.
Just
hmm
trying to conversate with anybody. Period. That
And
ain't even dating. That's just a conversation with people.
hmm
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
I mean, so you said you would have these certain places that you would
Oh
place
yeah, yeah,
women.
yeah, yeah.
So as that was the boy or the grown man
Well, that would be. Well,
all around. It's
that's all
both.
around.
Okay, so you still do that
Yeah.
at your age
And then with
65.
the man, he just the difference with the man is he's more serious about
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like he's more serious about stuff. He don't believe in wasting his time. He don't want to
Mm-hmm.
go mess with the young girls because that's a headache. Fuck, we gonna talk about. So he pretty much look at it like, shit. I'd rather have somebody of substance, somebody I
Mm-hmm.
could talk to, somebody I can enjoy doing adult shit with, like going, like you look
But
for that. I
y'all
mean,
be wanting a little rat. Like, come on, I'm gonna be honest. Like, and this is something that I feel men want a classy woman. They want a little ratchet. They want you to
you
be
want a
little. You
combination of
want it all.
everything.
So as a woman, you have to understand that you
Yeah.
can't just be one way all the time. And I
No,
tell myself that.
you gotta be a Swiss
Yeah.
Army knife.
You got to be able to be
Yeah.
who he wants you to be on Friday. He might want you to be somebody else. So listen, I believe my man, he don't know who he is. Every time I get my hair done, I'm a different Kiana.
Hey, that's
This
how that
is
shit gotta be.
highlights today. Next week might be a bob, might be some braids because I'm gonna give you so many different
You gotta
me's. You ain't
switch it
gonna
up.
wanna.
Yeah.
Every time you see me, it's gonna be a new girl. Yeah, in your face. It's a job though. It's exhausting to be that, but that's
Yeah.
putting that work in the
But that's dope.
relationship.
You doing that.
Yeah,
You
and I do
giving
that
it.
because I would get tired of looking at the same person all the time, just the same old. Like, girl, would you spice it up, do a little something a little different? But women don't. They think once they get the man, they got him. And men too. Like, you better get a new fragrance. I want to see that fresh and line. I want to see all that. I
Yeah.
want to smell you and inhale that
Yeah,
cologne.
that staying
Yeah,
fresh ain't no
keep
joke.
that beard because like my fiance, I told him I love your beard. Like keep it. You know what I'm saying? That's something like you like when it's sitting, so I'm gonna make sure it's sitting for you. So keep that beard, and it's just what it is in relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't mind doing what I gotta do to make my man happy, but
Yeah.
that's the grown woman. In my 20s, I was just like, I'm just dating. You like it, whatever. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just
that's the
having
difference
fun.
for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you say you still do that in your adult age too. Like you feel like it's places with women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's young or old. And then
Mhm.
it's just like the guy, he just wants substance. Like, don't get me wrong. He won't he wanna have a person.
Substance. So what is like substance is like what? Like
Substance is like somebody that's, you know, you cool, you talking about something, um, you carry yourself a certain
there
way.
you go. I was looking for that. I was like,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
men
yeah.
really look at women like how she
Hell
carry
yeah.
herself? Is that because that's what I would consider
Yeah.
substance? How a woman carries herself, how she interacts with people, like the respect, how she,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? When like for me, it's very important for me to always make sure I'm being respectful to my mother-in-law, my
Mhm.
father-in-law, like aunties, whoever. I'm gonna make sure because this is the family that I'm
Mhm.
coming to. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
anybody that I've ever dated, they would tell, even with my ex, like me and his grandma, he had a rocky, but I got on the right path for her because I'm like, you don't disrespect nobody's, you know what I'm saying, they mom and they face. So that's very, very important. That's what you call substance.
Mhm.
Like that's substance, how you carry yourself when you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always want, like, I'm glad you said it because some guys don't even say that. They just be like, oh,
Nah, like yeah,
yeah, she got
you
to make sure she looking cute. Like that's
nah,
it.
you make sure you know she got kids, she a
Yeah,
good mother. You make
yeah.
sure that you know she's detailed on stuff,
Mhm.
and the communication skills is through the roof. Like you
Yeah.
look at stuff like that.
Can you hold a conversation about something very
Yeah,
serious? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And can you be a lady, you know, or be a
hmm
gentleman? I like that. Like, open my door,
yeah. And
please
you
do.
get to that point where like with that age, you that's what you looking for.
Okay.
You got you got goals you want to achieve. Like it's
Do
a
they
lot.
align with each other? And not saying they gotta be the same,
I
but
mean, you want them to.
y'all gotta be meeting at least
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
together. You know what I
That's where the
mean?
teamwork come in.
Yeah.
That's what trying to make it get to that point because
Mhm.
it got to be us both of us giving.
Exactly.
We don't need to take. We need to just give and then just figure out the way that works for us.
Okay.
Because I feel like everybody got a different way of handling each other. Some can be jokey, some
Yeah.
can be serious, some can be all around, and
Mhm.
then some toxic, a lot toxic,
Toxic.
a
Toxic
lot
is.
is
You
toxic.
know what? I've been toxic. I look back on some stuff I did. I'm like, girl, you was so toxic. Sometimes you
Yeah.
see you yeah, like
I
we
mean,
all got
but
a little toxic in
when
us.
I feel when you young, you gonna go through that because you learning. Like you don't understand emotions. Like think about it. You go from being in your house with your brothers and sisters, 18, 19. Then when
Mhm.
you get out, you doing adult things. So you having a
Mhm.
conversation with your girl about us getting on the same page. Think
Mhm.
about it. At 18, 19, that seems like the hardest shit in the world. Like,
18, 19. I can't even think back what I was doing at 18, 19. Like I probably was so toxic. Attitude was on 1,000. I couldn't nobody tell
probably. You
me
talking about
nothing.
I probably.
I'm just saying that's the typical 19. Every 19-year
Yeah.
old girl gonna go through that
Yeah, you
attitude.
gonna be
Yeah.
loud and like
Yes.
I was watching Kevin Samuels last night,
I like Kevin
and
Samuels, ladies.
this one lady went on there and just
Yeah.
straight,
He be
she
on
just
point.
straight went off, and he did
Hmm.
his typical sit back, listen to you, let you talk, and
That's
then as
what.
soon as he talked, they started getting loud, and
Hmm.
she said, "No, I'm trying to tell you because of this." He said, "No, you're not telling me a motherfucking thing.
Hmm. Put her right back in her
Like you
place.
gotta relax. Like you
Hmm.
doing too much."
Hmm.
And she took a step back and was like, "Yeah, I probably would." I'm like, "This,
But I don't even know why they go there with him. Like you
man,
gotta
you gotta be able to handle it," but they think they
Well,
can.
see, this is the thing. It's about their respect. You can't come onto somebody
That's
else's
where,
platform
yeah,
talking to them reckless, and
it's all
then do
about
you see
respect.
how they pick up yeah, you can hear me? Are you there? Like all of that.
But a lot of
Like,
them
what is
can't handle
that?
themselves, and a lot of them immature and young
These be
minded as
grown
hell.
women though.
That's what I'm
Grown women.
saying.
It ain't. It's like it's crazy to me. And looking at them, that's how I don't want to be looked at. You know what I mean? How people sit
That's
back
the
watching.
motivation. Yeah, because when I see
Yeah,
some of
cause he
these,
light him up, and I be like, and
he
he.
kill
But and
them.
I say this about Kevin Samuels, like I wish he was around when I was in my 20s, cause I would have, I would have went a whole different
And you
way.
got to be able to receive that. And that
He
shows
telling,
your maturity level and where you
he
at.
ain't lying.
No, that nigga be
From
dead
when he
on.
talk about the weight, talk about the kids, talk about the careers, talk about everything. I'm like, if he was around when I was in my 20s,
Yeah.
like literally,
He kill them with that scale, though.
yes.
He tear them
Yes,
niggas
because
alive. You
he,
got to,
but it's
though.
facts because I was like, I'm 5'4", and I'm the last time I got on the scale I was 138 pounds,
Mhm.
and I still got to squeeze into my jeans, and I say all that to say he ain't lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm what somebody would consider to be fit.
You got to do the work.
Yeah, like you got it. Like so, when women get on there saying they 5'4" and they 180 pounds, like ma'am, what? I'm 5'4" and I'm 138, and I'm telling myself, sis, no cookies today.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to.
Yeah, so it makes sense, and I just like you can't get upset with somebody when they giving you facts, and he always got the data and the
Yeah.
facts, so that's what
You
it
got to
is.
present yourself a certain way.
Mhm.
That's all it really is. Like,
Yeah.
you got to,
Mhm.
like, we really just got to look at it like you're going on an interview.
Yeah.
And you got to
Dating is the
be,
interview.
yeah, because you got to present, like, when you go into well, these days, they go to the interview crazy. But when we was coming up, you went to the interview for real. Like,
Yeah.
let me get a tie, let me do this. And
You
the
put effort
ladies show
into
had
it.
to, yeah.
We got cute. We weren't showing up with like with attitude popping gum. Yeah, I want to drink. Or with my homegirls, my crew of girls, you know, they bring their friends to the dates out here. You know what I'm saying?
That's some
Like,
wild
girl, why
shit.
you so pressed to worry about your girl getting some food and drinks? You might not even get no food and drink. That's childish.
That's some
Like when y'all
wild.
was
I'm
talking
glad
about
that never.
yeah, like that really baffled me when y'all said that women literally will have their friends come on a date. Like what?
Yeah.
I've never
When
ever
they
been on
say,
a date,
yeah.
even on the worst date. I didn't call
I've
nobody.
heard about it. I've never been through it myself.
What?
That's some crap. I lose it.
I don't like double
I
dating though.
lose it.
I must be honest. I'm not a double dater.
You don't like double
No,
dates?
when I'm with my man, I want to be with my man. And I don't want y'all in my business because I don't care what's going on in y'all's. Like I'll do it, but we ain't doing it no every Friday
Yeah,
or
we
once
ain't
a month.
no every
Blue
week.
moon or no. And vacationing with couples, I like going on vacations with couples that like to be couples, and then they like
Yeah.
to come together, and then they like to go about their business. Cause y'all not sticking with me and mine.
Yeah,
Cause
we
we
don't
not
got to
stick.
be
No,
every step of the
no.
way.
I don't do girls trips. No,
You don't
never
do
been.
girls
No, I don't want to be no 5-6 days with a bunch of females. Absolutely not. No, thank you. If you somebody I rock with like that, I'll
I was
show
about
up
to say.
for a moment, and I'm gonna be there about 2 days, and I got to go. And I might, if I want to call my bae, don't get upset because I'm not being here with y'all for 5-6 days. No, for what? Why would I want to be with a bunch of women? What we gonna talk about?
I don't know how people do more than fucking 2-3
And
days.
please be
Anyway.
advised, when I go on vacation, I'm bringing the bikinis, and if you mad, you gonna be mad. So. And listen, so you better be ready because when I'm on vacation, my bikinis is out. So I always say that if you ain't secure with yourself,
Say, make
you
sure
gonna be
you
mad.
good.
Yes, because when I'm on vacation, I'm there and it's sitting, everything is right. So I always say that, and that's another reason why I don't go with a bunch of women because they be catty.
Man,
Yeah,
that's great.
it's just weird, but
Yeah,
that
women
yeah.
trips go. Yeah, I always hear horror stories.
I heard them, and I just don't want to be around a bunch of like. If it was like me, my mom, my sister, or some close people, yeah. But like just like a bunch of women just coming together from different places all over,
Yeah.
doing a. If
From
it's
what?
not meaningful, like we going
Yeah.
like to a retreat to cleanse and heal, purify, or whatever, or going to do for a cause. But if we just hanging out, like we going just to go and no.
See, but what it is with y'all, man, that I hear a lot, and yeah, I hear a lot. It's mostly just y'all not organized. It ain't playing. It ain't like, and it's like you get a whole bunch of women that don't get along, that don't mesh well together, and you just say, "Oh no, this my friend. That's her home girl. That's her girl. We can go on a trip."
I can tell you so many
You
times
can't do
I'd
that.
have
That
been
shit ain't gonna
invited
work.
places by a so-called friend who was a
Mm-hmm.
friend of somebody that did not like me, or like, girl, you like if you would do that in state, I know you'd do it out of state and out of the country. So therefore, no. You get you somewhere, you be fighting the whole time you in over in a whole nother country, passport revoked, everything, because you over here acting the fool. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Loving
tried, like I
basketball.
just can't do it, and I've heard horror
Loving hip
stories.
hop. Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, that's
yeah.
crazy.
So, but I don't know, James. I say I sum it up to say dating for me was it was it was crazy. See.
Yeah, we got on the
Whew.
whole. We had a better conversation though, but
But no, I'm saying that's what we do here though. We talk about
no, yeah,
everything. We just like to elaborate on past,
yeah.
current,
No,
whatever
that was a
relevant.
great
Yeah.
conversation though. That was a great
Yeah.
conversation
I
because
mean, dating
yeah,
and
because you basically just like you basically figure out the type of woman it is, and you go for what you want. Like until one of y'all get tired of doing what y'all doing, whether it's the fun, whether because everything, everything has its moments where you gonna say, okay, what we doing? Where we going with this?
some people never know. I swear I cannot like some
That's
men they
nuts.
won't. They will drag it out and
No,
then
that's
drag it out and then you have to go MIA on them. And when I say you go, you don't look back, you don't answer, you don't reply, you don't do
man.
nothing.
You only got like 2 times to be like, I'm not
No,
responding
but
to
you
you
got to
before.
think about it. You have narcissistic people that feel like their time is never up and they're always trying to reinvent new shady tactics to keep you in their little spinning wheel of deceit.
Hmm.
So, no, like I've dated a narcissistic person and it's like you have to beat them at their own game. The best way to get them is beat them at their own game.
That's
And
crazy.
that's toxic because narcissistic people, they're very toxic and they keep reinventing ways to be more toxic. So yeah, I said it to say like dating you. I always tell women like date, but don't waste your time and don't end up being friends with benefits or anything like that. That's the worst, the worst thing to be. Friends with benefits. I think that's the most toxic thing you can be.
I've been through that before.
I've been there. Like
Yeah.
that is the worst. Like why? Like it's so toxic, but you really be feeling like you is in love and this is the
Man, I,
one. And everything it be red flag, red flag, red flag
I mean, it
everywhere.
worked for some people, but for most, it don't. It
No,
don't.
it don't. Like,
Yeah.
and I always say, like, for men and women, like, you don't want to ever get comfortable in a relationship where you
Yeah.
feel like you just got it in
You
the
got to keep
bag.
growing, man.
Yes,
And it's like at
yes.
starting off, yeah, you bump your head, but
Mhm,
once you understand, like, I have to do this. I have to
mhm.
do this to keep her. She have to do this to keep me. I got to
Yeah,
do my part.
exactly.
Yeah, because it's like eventually you want to go to the next level.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, some people never do. Like, I know some people there are quite okay with just being a bachelor or bachelorette. Like, they don't see an
Yeah.
end point. They're gonna die old. And players and playettes, whatever they will be, I
No,
don't
that
know.
sounds lonely as hell.
So them is I believe some people
Yeah.
just don't belong in relationships, and that's okay. But it's not okay to
I
bring
think just because they you ain't did the work.
no, like they don't want to have any type of obligations to anything other
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm
anyone
saying.
else
You ain't
other
do
than
the work.
themselves, and they're
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're totally okay with just going with whatever is current in the moment.
Yeah. Don't,
But
I
the
don't
thing
want
about
to.
that
I don't
is,
want to go by myself, man.
it's exhausting.
That got to be some lonely ass shit.
Yeah, it gets there, but it all
Yeah.
depends on you. I mean, like I say, I'm happy where I don't know what marriage holds. I'm on my way there. I pray about it. I ask the Lord to guide me every step of the way. But I would tell you, dating was an experience for me,
Hmm.
and it was good. It was bad. It was indifferent. I was toxic. I was treated in toxic ways. Like it's just dating, and I say that to say it's an experience. I think everyone should go through. You go through your phases of dating, but it's just I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
it is your
yeah,
phases
it's
because
your
you gonna.
phases.
Yeah, you gonna go through all
Yeah.
those. Yeah, and by the time you go through all of them, you should be ready for whatever it is.
Voila, then
Whatever it
reality
is.
sets in and then you know what I mean, it's just there's no rules or no playbook to it. You kind
No.
of invent your own rules and your own, it's
Yeah, you
like, you
just
know.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
I
figure
don't
out what works for you.
I can't give nobody no advice about dating because I didn't know. I had to learn on my own, and I can't give anybody relationship advice. I just know what works for my relationship, you know what I
Hmm.
mean, and that's it.
Yeah,
And to the daters out there, date wisely and look for the red flags and don't ignore them. That's all I say.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do because
Yeah.
people gonna show they gonna do the work if they want to do the work. They gonna
Yeah.
not do the work if they
And
do the
stop
work.
expecting so much out of people right away. Like people, we want you to step on the scene and date and just think you supposed to. Women, I know women ask for too much too soon sometimes, and I think men need to understand if you dating a woman, you're gonna be doing things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you can't just date a grown ass woman and think you ain't gonna do nothing for her. Nothing, nothing. I'm talking about nothing. But you want to come lay up and you do nothing. Like where they do that at? Like we grown here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like men don't, and you quit complaining about money. Like you grown spending money, and women stop expecting for a man to come out them pockets so soon. Like it'll get there if you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. I
Yeah.
feel like you should go to that next level together. Like you should, you know.
Yeah, it's like playing a piano. Dee, dee, dee. You
Yeah.
gotta get
Like
the
you said though,
keys.
some people
Yeah.
like staying at that same.
So
Yeah.
the lesson of today, ladies and gentlemen, date wisely if you're dating,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy because that's exactly what dating is. But
That was that was a good
it
conversation. Though.
was.
You been through
It
some
was.
shit. Yeah.
Yes, but we'll be. It's a to be continued because we'll
Yeah.
chat with you guys. We'll revisit this. I'm
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
later on down the line. But
Yeah.
have a good week, guys. Stay sanitized, blessed. Be good. Be nice to people. All that good stuff. And how about you?
Wash your hands, man. Wash your hands and respect each other. Give everybody their
Yes.
space. Smile at somebody.
Please show those teeth if they pretty teeth and
And
clean.
enjoy your week. Just have the best week you can.
Right.
I'm gonna start meditating this week. That's the one thing I
Namaste.
don't do.
I always say namaste.
That's the one thing I don't do. But enjoy your week, people.
See you guys next time.
See you guys
Ciao.
next week.